The 1990 MRC Santana four-wheel drive off-road competition buggy. What a thing! Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again thank you for stopping by. So this is the 1990, I believe, could be 91, MRC Santana four-wheel drive competition off-road buggy. And it's a rare thing, to be honest. And it is such a good looking vintage buggy, in my opinion. I absolutely love it, and I bought it just because of how it looks. I knew nothing about it. It was very similar to I've told the story when I first saw the Tomy Intruder. I'd never seen it before, but as soon as I saw pictures of it, I just fell in love with it. I didn't even need to know what was under the body. It was just like, that is one really good looking RC car. And exactly the same happened with this thing. A lovely gentleman called Carlos in Spain, he put it up for sale on our RC Legends group. And I didn't really have any money for it, but I begged, stole and borrowed, and we got a deal over the line. And it's just a gorgeous thing. So I don't know a great deal about it. All I know is I love it. So MRC, I'll tell you the little bits I do know, but I'm really hoping within the comments of this video, people are who know about this car particular, are going to jump in and give me some information. What I will say off the bat, I'll put this picture up of this channel now, Nanny RC. Now, when I searched on YouTube for this car, there's hardly anything on YouTube, but this particular gentleman in France, who the video I'm going to share the link to, he's speaking in English. So I'll link the gentleman's channel and the video where he talks about this car in detail. The beauty about that video is the gentleman worked in what I believe to be in the trade, maybe in a hobby shop back when these came out, so he does know a lot about them and he goes into detail. So I'll tell you what I know, what I've learned from a couple of sort of sources. So MRC, French company, a very small RC company. They have made other cars. This Santana four-wheel drive was built and designed to play with the big boys on the track, the Optima Mids, the Cats, the Yokomos. And I believe it was a very capable buggy and it could keep up on the track. But the backing wasn't there, I believe. Obviously, if I'm wrong, please put that in the comments. Another interesting fact is this box art picture here. That four-wheel drive in red and the Junior across it, they're actually stickers. Now I believe there's 3 different versions of this particular car. There's a Junior, there's a Turbo, and then there's a Pro. I believe this is the Turbo. Again, if I'm wrong, please put it in the comments. And I believe all 3 cars were in two-wheel drive as well, but they used the same box for all the cars, of those 3 particular cars, I believe, and they just changed the two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive, whatever was in the box, and obviously the Junior, Pro or Turbo. That's my understanding of it. So that kind of tells you where the company was at, you know, just using one box for possibly up to 6 different cars. This car itself, now listen to this spec, came out the box, full bearing kit, front and back sway bars, front and back universal joints, four-wheel drive belt driven, gear diffs, I believe, and everything, all the arms, suspension, is fully adjustable. Obviously these beautiful gold metal shocks. It's a piece of kit, this, guys, it really is. But again, for me, it's just looks. So this one is, I believe, to be all original, apart from it's got a Kyosho bumper on, like an Optima Mid bumper. It should have kind of a long, narrow thing that sticks right out. I doubt I'm going to be able to get hold of that bumper. No one does a reproduction body set for it either. Now, that's a good thing, I think, because I would probably change it, but I really don't want to. This is it's like a time capsule for me, if that makes sense. It's used, and I just love it, you know. So because there's no reproduction body set for it, I have to have it as it is because I'm not going to strip the paint off it or anything. So it just becomes a time capsule and it goes into my little museum. Really, really like it. What else is there to tell you about? So when I got it, it came with different tyres on and it didn't have narrows on the front. So I have put these Schumacher tyres front and back on. They're not a great fit, but as a showpiece, they look awesome. I've had the shocks off, I've just cleaned them up, they were a bit grubby. The whole car needs a restoration, but whether I'll even do that, I doubt I will, to be honest, because I just want it as it is. As I bring the camera over, I'll go through in detail. What else I've done? Oh, and I've also put some black detailing around the canopy windows because it hadn't been masked very well, so the paint was a little bit jagged from the blue to the transparent. So I've just tidied that up. It's still not perfect, but it's way better than it was. What a thing, guys. So I'll bring the camera over and we'll have a good look at it. Right, so just before we have a look at the car, Carlos also sent me 2 motors as extra gifts in the parcel, which was just absolutely awesome. Really unexpected. So we've got an LRP TC3 Special. Don't know it. Obviously, I don't know the particular motor itself, but obviously I know the LRP. So it's modified and it's the wine's on it somewhere. It's an 18 turn, fully got bearings in, so that's a lovely motor. And then he sent us a Nosram Vision, which is a 17 double, again modified. It's got the timing. So 2 cracking motors for the collection, and hopefully at one point we'll maybe get them running. Right, back to the car. Oh my word, everything about it just looks right to me. It's funny because the body's got so many shapes going on, so many lines, panel lines going on, and the car looks really low to the ground, but there's actually plenty of clearance under there. It's just the body's a little bit deceiving and it makes the car sort of look that it's sat lower than it is, which I've got to be honest, I absolutely love. And then from the back, you can see this big rear sway bar arrangement. Pretty unique, and also the wings stay. It's pretty cool, and again the wings fully adjustable up and down and slides forwards and back. There's every part of this car's adjustable. Right, so I've whizzed the body off. So just to show you, it has an under tray. So the car is fully enclosed and it's Velcro. There's bits of Velcro all over, but I'll revisit it at some point. But yeah, that's basically the chassis, and it's got this extra nose cone, which is kind of cool, a little bit like the Tommy Intruder actually. Right, let's raise the camera up a little bit so you can see this chassis. So as you can see, very track orientated. So we've got this kind of odd shape lower deck, so it's a double deck chassis. It looks like it's FRP sort of material to match the front and rear shock towers. And then you've got these battery straps. Don't know if these bolts were correct or someone's added those afterwards. They look a little bit rough, so I'm not too sure if that came with the kit. I've not been into any of this yet, so I don't know what it's like. But yeah, that sort of gives you a good idea of what it looks like. It's a very odd chassis. Got this metal motor plate here with this heatsink bar. And the yellow steering mechanism almost looks like it's an afterthought, but it's got some really sharp steering angles. Oh, that's coming across really sharp. Overall, as I say, front diff feels good, rear exactly the same, and then overall drive, it's all yeah, feels great. Feels like you could almost run it now, to be honest. Shocks, I mean, I think the shocks will need stripping and re-oiling, to be honest. Let's move that camera a little bit. But yeah, what a thing. As I say, it's got universal joints front and back as standard, and obviously you've got adjustable adjustments for your camber, adjustments for your steering. This big sway bar. Again, rear sway bar. It's quite a thing, isn't it? And you probably can't see in there, but you got your rear UJs. Then underneath, let's turn it over. I've those two screws are they're not missing. They're for the under tray. I think it has got some odd screws on it, which I'll try put right at some point. But yeah, it's a trick-looking thing, isn't it? Yeah, I really like it. So, what do you think? Are you a fan of it? I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's funny, isn't it? I mean, I've bought a car just because how it looks, without knowing anything about it. That sounds pretty bizarre, but I'm a genuine lover of vintage RC cars. This, to me, is a spectacular looking vintage RC car. And to be honest, whether the Santana car is really sought after, I don't know. I don't normally talk about pricing and stuff, but I got this for a couple of €100. I just over shipped. I think that's a steal, if I'm honest. I really do. I think, for me, I think it's worth double that, even in the state it's in, just because, you're looking at a 30-year-old vintage track-based RC car, and obviously there's not going to be many. I'm not saying it's uber rare, because I honestly don't know, but there's not going to be many of these things around. It's not like trying to find an Optimum Mid where there's lots of them. So this really does fit into my collection as a really sort of special item. I absolutely adore it. So that's pretty much it. If you've got any information on these cars, first of all, as I say, am I right in saying that there was a junior version, then the turbo, and then the pro? I know the pro's got a completely different lower deck, so I know that, but I don't know the difference between the junior and the pro. And did all three of those variants come as two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive as well? I'd love someone to clear that up. And another question, what's the difference? What's the link from MRC to when it changed, but it looks like it went to MRX. What's the link between that, if anyone knows? Again, mega interested to know. So, yeah, leave in the comments what you think. Have you got one? Have you ran one? And again, if you get a chance to check out Nani RC's channel, he's got that one video that I've linked, but if you go into his channel, he's got these things running round. He's got a little track, and it's awesome, and he's got them racing against each other. And the guy really knows his stuff about this stuff. So yeah, I think I'll end that video here. Absolutely love this thing, honestly, really do. It's special. It's awesome. Anyway, my friends, thanks so much for watching. It's honestly really appreciated. If you are new to this channel and this is the first time you've come across what I do, maybe if you could consider giving this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and if you do that, smash that notification bell as well for our weekly videos. That'd be awesome. And as always, my friends, happy vintage RCing.